This woman always dates black men. Her ex-boyfriend was black, and so is her current boyfriend. Ruth tells every boyfriend the same thing. You're my first love. One day, she invites Chris to meet her parents. Chris feels nervous. He's afraid they won't like him. But Ruth assures him that her parents aren't racist, so Chris decides to trust her. Ruth's family home is in a remote area, but it's quite large. When they arrive, her parents welcome them warmly. They really don't seem prejudiced at all, if anything. They're too friendly toward Chris. During their conversation, though, Chris notices something strange. The housemaid in the kitchen is smiling at him in a weird, unsettling way. Even the groundskeeper glares at him with hostility, which makes Chris uneasy. Things get even stranger when Ruth's parents invite Chris to the next day's party. The maid's expression subtly changes. That night, Chris can't sleep. He gets up to take a walk outside, but something truly bizarre happens. The groundskeeper suddenly sprints toward him at full speed. Just before colliding, he sharply turns away. Panicking, Chris gasps for breath. When he turns around, he sees the maid silently watching him. Frightened, Chris tries to head back to his room, but Ruth's mother is waiting for him. Oddly calm, she asks if he knows about hypnosis. Chris says no. Then she suddenly asks, "What's your most painful memory?" Chris doesn't want to answer, but his body won't obey him. He begins recounting all his deepest traumas, tears running down his face. He begs her to stop, but she doesn't. And just as his mind starts slipping away, he feels himself falling into a dark, endless void. Then Chris wakes up. It seems like it was just a nightmare. Still shaken, he steps outside again. The groundskeeper is chopping wood. Chris greets him politely, but the man suddenly says in a chilling tone, "I hope I didn't frighten you last night." Chris freezes. That means what happened wasn't a dream. Before he can process it, the party begins. Guests arrive, every single one of them is white. Chris stands out immediately, but oddly, no one shows any racism. In fact, they're all overly nice to him. But there's something off. All of them are much older than Chris, and their smiles feel wrong. Then Chris spots another black man. Relieved, he hurries over to talk. But the man's movements are stiff, robotic, and he speaks with a white accent. Moments later, his much older wife joins him, old enough to be his mother. Chris feels a chill. Everything about this place is deeply wrong. He decides he needs to leave. As soon as he walks away, the entire crowd falls silent. Every guest turns their head in perfect unison, staring toward the direction Chris left. When he returns to his room, he finds his phone unplugged. Just as he's about to run, the maid suddenly appears to apologize, but her smile is so unnatural it sends shivers down his spine. In case anyone's wondering, this movie is called Get Out.